Powerhouse, presented by Alliant Energy.
Alliant Energy, we're on for you.
Boy, what did we do before this invention? A garage door remote opener. It sure makes life a lot easier, especially when it's rainy and cold outside. Joining us today is Dan Bernanke from Dan's Overhead Doors and More. And Dan, first thing I notice about this is how quiet the door is. What makes it so quiet?
Primarily it's the belt drive operator. Instead of having chains and sprockets like they used to, the units are driven with a lifetime warranted belt. They go over a nylon sprockets, and so it makes it that much quieter. Our rollers are the best we can buy for the industry, and we hand pack them all in grease. That also adds to the quietness of the operation.
Let's talk a little bit about energy efficiency, because I know that certainly has come into play. What's new in terms of that with garage doors?
Well, the R values of the doors have increased over years. Steel sandwich construction is the primary mode or process that we sell anymore. It means there's a steel outside covering, a urethane filled core, which in this case this door has like an R12 over an R12. The center of the door with that urethane core is then covered by a back panel on the inside. Completely across the face of the door makes it real clean and nice and pretty, but then thermally broken between the steel skins so that the outside skin, the inside skin are protected from cold transfer. It's like your old windows used to frost over, then they came up with thermally broken windows. So the garage doors now are made the same way. They do not conduct the temperature or cold through the door.
As I look here again, I just noticed, how tight this door is, Dan.
Yeah, we set all of our doors snug against the jamb. So the doors themselves ride on the structure of the building, making it tight and so it doesn't rattle. Then we also push our weather seals in independently. No matter, every jamb is not going to be perfectly flush. So then we push the weather seals in to seal against that. So you've got the R value, you've got the thermal protection, and then you've got a really tight weather seal around the perimeter. And weather seal is 40% of an R value.
Let's talk a little bit about safety and the sensors that are on these doors.
Right. Photo eyes are standard now for many years, non-contact safety device. So should a child, should a dog, or anything be parked in the opening that would block that photo eye, the operator will not close on it. It's a non-contact safety device. The doors also have on-contact safety, so that if you park over the photo eye or anything, the door comes down and hits or touches anything, which is an adjustable force as well. It will sense that unit and then reverse and go back up. And the light flashes, tells you that it's come in contact with something, clear the opening and make sure it's okay.
Let's talk also about security. You used to be concerned about people could get your remote codes. That's certainly changed.
In the old days, there were things that were called code grabbers, that people could sit somewhere within a block or two of your home, wait for you to drive up, and grab that code. Now today, almost all the operators made are code dodger technology, code rolling. What they do, they store up to 3 billion codes, and it uses one code and also leapfrogs to another code, so that to access that garage door opener, you have to have both codes, and they are in random order.
That's not going to happen.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
No, it's impossible.
Now, Dan, what about for homeowners in terms of maintaining their garage doors? Are there tips that you recommend in terms of keeping it operating efficiency?
Well, first of all, never touch the torsion spring. This torsion spring system on a single door, this door will weigh in the neighborhood of a couple hundred pounds. So you definitely don't want to touch anything to do with the torsion system and or the cables or the bottom brackets. All of the load of that torsion spring is applied to the bottom brackets, and that provides the counterbalance that lifts the door. And there's been numerous injuries of people that have tried to either change bottom brackets, change cables, change rollers, and or the spring system themselves. Those are wound up and tightened down onto that shaft, and the load is transferred over to those rollers, drums we call them, where the cables roll up and lift your door. So lubrication is important. Lubricate your hinge points, lubricate your rollers, the bearings on the torsion assembly on the outside, and the spring but do not touch the torsion assembly.
Leave that to the professionals.
Leave that to professionals.
All right, Dan, with some great information. Again, if you're looking for a new garage door opener, certainly find out about, know what you're looking for in terms of safety, security, and energy efficiency.